This is Lori McIntosh with Rustic Ranches Real Estate here in Auburn, California. And my special guest today is Leah. I'm going to start over. Hi, everyone. This is Lori McIntosh with Rustic Ranches Real Estate here in Auburn, California. And today I have a special guest who works at the Holiday Inn. Her name is Leah, and she is the sales manager here. And Quesenberry. I know. I was like, I always struggle with some last names. I'm terrible at that. What is that show, Jeopardy, or some show where you have to say people's full name? I would fail. Out. But thanks for joining me today, Leah.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to not do this.
The rolling chairs.
Right?
Something.
Yeah, so I will say that you are in a prime location right off of Highway 80 and 49. And this is a spectacular spot for people that are heading up to Tahoe from the Bay Area.
Yes.
And but before we get there, let's talk about you a little bit. Tell me what you think about Auburn and why you live here, and maybe a little bit of why you work here at the Holiday Inn.
Well, yes, so what originally brought me here, I had been going back and forth here, to this area, kind of just really enjoyed the location of like the foothills and the, proximity to San Francisco. If you want to go to the Bay, you're 2 hours away. And I had some friends in the area. I decided it was time to relocate and kind of picked the perfect town, I think. It reminds me a lot of my hometown, very homey. Everybody kind of knows each other, but it's still big. Whereas if you don't want to see anybody at the grocery store, if you want to hide, you can still do that. Right. And, but I love seeing familiar faces. I'm still new to the area myself. I just moved here in April. So, but I've really become to love it, the cute downtown area, cute old town area, the local events we have going on. And I've just learned a lot about it in my short time here. How I landed here at the Holiday Inn, I first moved to the area and I was searching everywhere for jobs. I'm going to find something that really resonates with me and where I can see myself being at. And I had gotten 2 different job offers at the same time that I received this one.
Oh.
Both of them paid more, but this one I just fell in love with my manager, Lori.
Great name.
Lori, exactly. She in our interview she fosters dogs, and we had a dog in the office during my interview. It was just like totally family vibes. I'm like, if I get to play with puppies when I come to work every day, I'm in. But then, shortly after, we restructured sales. So my position that I first got hired into, I kind of got ushered into a new position. So there was just immediate growth and right away. So it was like definitely the right choice. Right time, right place, and right people. I love it here.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I really like that. And when you were interviewing and you picked this one, was it, and you said that Auburn is, you didn't say paradise, but it feels like that, right?
It feels like, when I first moved here, it was kind of hard to break in to, I didn't really know what this town was about, or I was like, where's the community? As I've been here and getting involved with the community events, chamber events, and especially through my job and meeting other professionals, there's absolutely a network as a community. You feel like welcome. It feels like a little piece of paradise,
Yeah,
I think what really makes a place is the community.
Totally. And and Holiday Inn is a member of the Auburn Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes.
So you get to go to our mixers and the luncheons that are,
they're hosted here.
Yeah. So it's pretty convenient. And then they have ribbon cuttings. You probably don't go to many of those because they're Thursdays at noon. I miss those a lot too, sadly. But they have an installation dinner that's happening tonight at the Ridge Golf Course, which is right up on Airport Road.
Yeah.
And
we'll be there. Holiday Inn is sponsoring, so
you're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Me
well,
too.
no, I was supposed to be there. I ended up having a date
Ah.
conflict, so I submitted all my food and everything, and then I couldn't end up going. But I'm gonna be sadly missing it. Bree from the restaurant, a manager at the restaurant here, Max's, she is getting installed on the board.
Oh,
So-
that's great. That's
yeah.
good to know. Okay. And I should point out, you guys, that Leah and I know each other from Leadership Auburn. And I think being here for such a short time, that was a very savvy move for you, because you'll already know who to contact when you need something you need something to get done in town, or you need help from one of us. You're going to have all these new friends. You've jumped so much further than someone else that has moved here as a newbie. So I highly recommend it for anyone that's representing a business or a small business owner like me. It's a great idea, isn't it?
Absolutely. I would say it's the most immersive, like, into Auburn experience that I've had. That is number one, the best way that I've learned about Auburn and the people in it, and made these really powerful connections so far. So.
Right. And we have some classmates that grew up here and went to high school here and known each other for so long, and they have nothing negative to say about Auburn. They still
everyone is in love with Auburn.
I know. I was like, something's weird. Like, are they really being truthful? And they are.
Right,
because when we talk about our potential projects, I've learned so much from them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in it together.
Me too.
Because we're the best class ever, 2024.
Ever.
So, okay, so now we'll shift a little bit to the Holiday Inn. Tell me about the restaurant here, Max's.
So yes, Max's so if you've heard of, especially from the Bay, if you've heard of Max's restaurants before, they definitely know for desserts, for amazing food. It was a really popular chain in the Bay Area for a while, and now we have one. We're so privileged to have one here at the Holiday Inn. The restaurant up there used to be a Marie Callender's, actually.
Oh.
So they still have the big pie oven and a lot of people have sentimental memories about Marie Callender's here. And I'm just so happy it's Max's that came in after, because they're keeping on the amazing desserts, pastas, entrees, seafood, everything you could ever want.
Yeah.
And that's actually their slogan, everything you ever wanted to eat.
It's there. I know. So I will tell you that I've been to Max's a few times, and most of them were horse related. So I was thinking about the person that hired you that has a dog and does foster dogs. They must love horses too, because I'm in the Gold Country Endurance Club, and we've had our meetings here with a speaker. And it's a great room that they have, a private room where you can have your meetings and schedule them. And we've also had Gold Country Arabian Horse Club Christmas dinner, Christmas party, and I am a member with them too, because I have Arabians and I do endurance, and they meet here.
That's awesome. So Lori actually used to ride horses, and she lived in Colorado. She did a lot of endurance runs. She was a triathlete. She rode horses for a long time. So I think you guys would get along really well.
Not only does she have a badass name, but she loves animals. I feel like my twin is here.
I think so. I think we need to make an introduction after this.
We do. That's really cool. So besides the chamber meeting here, I think if you are a newcomer to the town of Auburn, you should seriously think about Max's Restaurant for your meetings or company events, right? And then tell me about being the sales manager. What type of events do you schedule for the hotel?
So I actually groups, corporate accounts, local businesses. I kind of handle an array of different things, but something unique about my position, when I first came in, we were restructuring our sales department, and Holiday Inn is under the management company of Renison Hotels. Renison Hotels is a small collection of hotels encompassing 3 different brands, Hilton, Best Western, and Holiday Inns. based in the Bay Area, where it's a small family-run company. You know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate our CEO and our president. The president's grandfather started the company, and so it's still very family run, very community oriented. I mean, they had Lori when she's been here for 20 years. She brought her kids to work with her when she first started out, like had her babies with another lady in the office, and they put me up so many times if I've been in between houses. Like, Renison is amazing. But there's another Holiday Inn Express up the coast that I also am the direct sales manager for. So even though my office is based here, I work for them remotely, and then I'm on site here as full-time here as well.
Okay.
So my days usually consist of a mix of between groups here, groups at the other hotel. I'm the one of two Renison sales managers, but I'm the IHG specialist. So even though I can do sales activities for our hotels, our Best Westerns and our Hilton Garden Inn in Napa, my specialty is Holiday Inns. So my days, I do a mixture. Depends on what we have going on. Groups.
So every day is different.
And every day is different, and that's what I love about it. And I have right now at the other hotel, we have a film crew in, and that's really fun.
That is fun.
And we constantly like rooming list updates and this and this and that, and getting them set up and making sure people are happy. I'm usually the point of contact for our corporate accounts, a local business here that stays with us very often. That's brought a lot of really positive, I would say, business and work and things of that nature to the Auburn area. We deal with them directly, and their employees stay with us, and they're very happy with their accommodations, and I make sure of that. So if you have a group, if you have a wedding, we have tons of beautiful wedding venues around here, wineries, things of that nature. So if you have a group going on, you let me know. I get you a special group rate for that weekend or for whatever dates you're staying, and I'm your point of contact. So every day is different.
Yeah. So gosh,
a lot
so
going
many
on.
Questions just came up with
Oh
everything
yeah,
you just
okay.
said. Okay, so wineries. I will tell you, Placer Wine is amazing. Completely different experience, obviously, from Napa. You don't have a lot of foreigners. It's mostly locals or people from Sacramento or Bay Area even. And then Sonoma, I love a little bit better than Napa because, in the past it was way more affordable. I don't know what it's like now. And not as international, just more Californians and maybe other Americans. Just not as like inundated with big buses.
Yes.
Most of our wineries, you cannot fit a bus in anyway because they're small and our topography is very hilly and difficult to get in and out of. But you could, sounds like you could help book a small little minivan or a bus that fits like 20 people, like Peter Conrad's IFC bus that we rode in for that history day. And then you could set them up with wineries around town that they could go check out if they had a wedding here.
So we do have shuttle service recommendations and vendors that we work with very regularly. We even have some pamphlets here at the front desk with a shuttle service that goes to all the wineries. Just let us know.
And breweries.
And breweries.
And we have a distillery.
Wine and ale trail, exactly. And you can schedule that in. You can come stay here. We also have a wine and ale trail package that we are actually revamping right now, so it is going to be released soon. But it's going to be kind of a ticket to a free tasting at all these different wineries, and come stay at the hotel.
That's
and
something new I didn't know about.
Yes, it's some kind of fun stuff that we do. We also do, we have done a ski package for those going from the Bay up to Tahoe, come stay here the night or on their way or on their way back, things like that. So
That's
put some goodies in the room for you. We can do, for weddings, we do romance packages, which is a bottle of wine in the room.
Oh, do you have a heart-shaped jacuzzi here?
No jacuzzis in the room. Unfortunately, we have a hot tub. Jacuzzis get a little rough with maintenance, I believe. So
It's true.
yeah, a lot that goes into that. But that's what I've heard.
If let's say someone's on their way to Tahoe and they're like, it's going to be an epic day Saturday. Let's drive early Friday night, and then bam, snowstorm comes in and Donner Pass is shut down.
That does happen.
Right.
It
Can you
does.
help people in that situation?
Absolutely. We have done that so many times. Actually, when I first started back in February, it was right before all the crazy weather of last year. We were
brutal.
Snowstorms all through March, and we were just sold out every night in March. It was my first month at the hotel. So quite the introduction. But we do, in times where there is snowstorms where the 80 shuts down, we will do things for people kind of stuck, and especially for just snowstorms in this area for locals who either their power lines get cut off or they can't access their house.
Look, power goes out frequently.
Mm-hmm. And it takes a long time for PG&E to get it up and going again, and stuck in the cold. So we will do what's called a good neighbor rate, and help out some of the people who are displaced 100%.
Okay,
it's our duty to give back to this wonderful place. So in times of need, we're absolutely there.
I love that. And as a realtor, sometimes I have people come up from out of state, out of town, even the Bay Area, and they want to spend a full day with me viewing homes. And it's exhausting, right? And then sometimes they just can't drive back home. Mm-hmm. Especially if they're from out of state, obviously. Before, I stayed at an Airbnb just to see if I like that neighborhood. But another advantage, I think, would be to stay here. Do you offer any good neighbor rates for realtors that have clients that need to stay here?
We do. So we had I'm not sure if you're aware of this, which is actually something I wanted to talk to you about, but Placercounty Realtors Association.
We just had our installation dinner last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. So
They're usually boring, but it was fun.
Good. No, I've been needing to reach out and kind of revisit that. It was set up with our previous director of sales here, and so I'd love to just kind of see if there's anything that we can do there. But we are, if there's any questions as far as maybe we can partner or set up a special package deal or whatever with the Holiday Inn, we're happy to do that.
Let's do it.
Yes.
So we have meetings on Thursday mornings at 8:30 near the Auburn Recreation District, I guess. I don't know what it's called. There's a little building that we meet in. Maybe you should come to one of the meetings.
I'd love to.
Yeah, and you can see how they're run. They're super fun. I hate to say it, but we're way more fun than the big group that meets in Rockland. They're a little stuffy.
Way more fun.
Yeah, we sing songs, we're cheering and drinking coffee and having breakfast. And I always have a great time. Plus, I live 5 minutes away, so I really should go to those meetings every week.
No excuse.
I know. So another thing that that was on my mind while you were talking was that you manage another Holiday Inn on the Central Coast. Mm-hmm. And yes. For sales. Tell me where that is.
So that one is in McKinleyville. Very unique area. It's right outside of Arcata and Eureka.
Oh, North Coast.
So North Coast, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's Northern California.
Yes.
So we have, that hotel is kind of the furthest one away, and then we have a maybe equal distance down in Southern California. But McKinleyville one, super interesting. It's the official name is Holiday Inn Express. It's an express. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Arcata Eureka Airport. So it is next to the airport up there, super convenient. The redwoods are right there. So, when you go out into the redwoods in Northern California, if you want to take an excursion, it's a great place to stay. It's, last updated in 2020, very, great hotel.
Nice.
I can attest to it. I've actually stayed. I've stayed there. I've well stayed here too. But
You have to go there and kind of play tourist yourself, so you
exactly
can share with people what to do and where to go.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I love the area. So
Yeah,
beautiful
so
drive up there too. You're taking taking a few routes to just kind of check it out, but that Avenue of Giants, going up there on the highway.
I'll have to check it out. I've only been up to Fort Bragg. I used to be a pharmaceutical sales
Mhm.
rep, and I
Yep.
had 5 doctors that I visited in Fort Bragg, one in Mendocino, but I went up there all the time so I could stay in Mendocino. Had a bed and breakfast. It was great. And I stayed at a Best Western in Napa, and it was really nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
affordable too. I didn't like the one in Lake County, but mainly because it was in Lake County.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to anyone in Lake that's from Lake County or has a house there. I mean, this was a while ago, so
Right.
it was just a different scene.
Yeah, totally. Different scene.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go on a whole nother topic. We talked about you a little bit,
Mhm.
why you love Auburn, and we talked about the Holiday Inn, what you do for it, and the one that you go to visit. How about when you're around town in Auburn and let's say you went to Old Town? Do you have a favorite little shop you like to visit?
So I have been to Old Town a couple times. Been to the California Club. I've been to Cleo's shop, who's in our leadership
Typewriter
class.
and Moss. That's on
Exactly.
Commercial Street up the hill.
Honestly, I have loved the little post office
Mm-hmm.
there. So there,
That just reopened.
it did?
Got closed. Yeah.
Great.
There's a lady that's
Yes.
I think it's going to be kind of like a mail and go type of place where you
Oh, nice. Yeah.
drop your packages off, but you can still have your mail delivered there.
I love that when I went there, I pulled out a card. She's like, we only take cash here. And I was like, that is so cool, Thankfully, I had cash on me, but I just think that's so unique and just such a special little small town thing. It may not be like that anymore, but I think Old Town is just very unique. I think Cleo's shop is actually maybe it's because of my personal connection, but Cleo's shop, Typewriter and Moss
it's pretty cute.
It's super cute.
And she has new inventory, by the way, if you guys want to visit her. It's all local artists, and they are pretty talented ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so there's another place you should check out called the Salt Lounge. It's a couple doors up.
I've been meaning to go there.
So Wednesday nights they have 2-for-1 ladies, and it's $45 a visit, and it's halo therapy. I interviewed Alicia before, and it helps open your airways. If you have any sort of respiratory issues, it's magnificent for that. And you just kind of hang out, lounge around, and the salt comes out and goes into your
so good for
system for about an hour. And if you bring a friend with you, you can just relax and chat.
I love that.
Let's
definitely check it out.
Wednesday night.
Yes, let's go. I'm down.
I mean, who would think that there's a salt lounge in Auburn, California? It's kind of random, but
it is.
I hope she does really well.
Yeah, super unique.
So that's another place you got to check out. And then California Club's down there, right? And then downtown, there's a ton of new shops open too, clothing shops.
So I have not checked out the new clothing shops there. I go to downtown a lot to eat.
Okay, do you go to Club Car?
Absolute favorites is Club Car.
Mm-hmm.
I love their clams. My gosh, so good. Or their mussels. I think one time it was mussels, one time it was clams. But I also really like their open mic. I'm a music gal, and I really love to go and see what new artists are playing in the area, and maybe one day I'll work up the courage to do my own set. But for now, I'm definitely a live music fan.
Oh, so I'd love to see
I love the Club Car for the live music. I think that's super cute, unique.
Yeah, that is pretty unique. I like that. And so anything else that you like to do in Auburn, maybe outdoors wise?
So I'm right now, the weather is not lending to it.
Maybe not right now.
But in the summer, in the fall, oh my gosh, especially in the fall, it's so beautiful. And that there's a trail that goes down the ravine, and I don't know if you park at Railhead. Railhead?
we call it the Tevis Overlook, but
Is
do you mean
that-
by the skateboard park?
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Well, it's that.
And there's a big round fountain where the horses come and drink water. And you walk past
Yes.
that and go down, and then like within 20 minutes, you can see the river below.
Exactly. That's such a beautiful hike and something that, you know, it doesn't take too long, but it's really nice to get out and enjoy the weather. I've really enjoyed the river,
Yeah.
going down to the river, Lake Clementine. So
have you
in the
paddleboarded
summertime.
yet?
Not paddleboarded,
Okay.
but I've taken my little floaties out on the river and the lake, and
Nice.
it's just so nice.
Have you been river rafting yet?
I have not.
Oh.
It kind of terrifies me.
We should do that as a group with our leadership class.
That'd
we
be
should all get
fun.
together and go this summer.
I can see that. It'd be so fun. It kind of terrifies me, but I need to get over that. But
Right.
whitewater rafting.
Okay. So when you were talking about the bad weather last year in February and March being brutal, I tore my ACL and my meniscus skiing at Palisades, and it was pretty depressing because I couldn't ride my horses the whole year.
Oh my gosh.
But July I'm in Rotary too. We had a fundraiser, and I can't remember who we donated to a part of our fee to paddleboard down the river. And I was really nervous because my knee was still in recovery.
Oh.
And because, you know, you're bouncing around and you're bent and your knees are kind of right under you and you're on this little bench and you can fly out. And I was really worried that I would tear it again because I know people have had accidents like that.
Right.
But I stayed in the boat and didn't fall out.
Good for you.
But another guy I know fell out, and I just saw him float by, and I'm like, holy shit. Oh no. Hi, Jonathan.
See you later. Oh, no.
He got rescued. He was fine.
Oh,
but yeah,
good.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
The water's a little chilly.
That's
When it is hot, I recommend going to the river because you can cool down, but do know that there is a rapid and you could just keep on going and maybe people won't be able to help you. So you gotta be careful.
Be careful. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think we're done. Anything else you can think of about Holiday Inn that you want to share?
Well, you had asked me, I guess, before this, if there's anything unique that I wanted people to know. So I was thinking about that.
Thank you.
And you know, one thing that I do comes to mind when I think about something unique about us is we are the only full service hotel between Roseville and Tahoe. So a full service hotel, and this is also the difference between Holiday Inns and Holiday Inn Expresses, which not many people know this, but Holiday Inns are full service, so they have an on-site restaurant. And, you know, Max's does catering, and we do rehearsal dinners.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Not breakfast.
Okay.
Well, Max's does the breakfast for hotel guests, but they're not open to the public for breakfast.
Okay.
So we are so fortunate to have them do our hotel breakfast for guests, and that's what comes with made-to-order food. The chefs will make your omelet or your breakfast burrito or however you want it, as well as the buffet there. So
nice.
They do full service catering, so you can have your spirits, your wine, your beer, and it's just an all-in-one. So if you're coming to the area, you're relocating, you don't, you know, if you're staying at Airbnb, you got to go get your own food. You got to, you know, bring things back and stick it in the fridge or go out. Right here, it's all in one place.
Okay, so excuse me, homeowner, can you get me a Tito's and cranberry with the lime, please?
And we'll take it to your room.
You're right.
Room service, you can just come right down to the second floor. You have a full service restaurant and bar.
All the ice you want.
All the ice you want. You know, we can get fresh towels taken up to your room. I think that there's a lot of advantages now in staying in hotels because you have that support and assistance right there. So also, you know, for weddings and rehearsal dinners and meetings, you know, Max's can bring in the catering for that, and Brienne at the restaurant is awesome. She'll arrange all of that for everyone. So I would say that's very unique about our hotel.
That is unique and also very positive. Anything that was kind of creepy or not positive, or that, you know, just working in a hotel that you've heard about that something weird happened? Or maybe at another one somewhere else?
Huh. You know, it's not creepy, I would say. I've never experienced something creepy here. But I mean, Auburn's pretty safe, I would say.
We do have a very low crime rate here.
Really, yes.
And it better stay that way.
Yes.
If there are any thieves and criminals out there, stay away.
Stay away.
Go to the desert of Nevada.
There you go.
Or Canada.
Or Canada. Wish that evil upon Canada.
No, that's not nice.
No, but no, I would say the one thing that has happened here, you know, with lots of parties and weddings and comes a lot of alcohol, and some people can get out of hand. Yeah. So we have definitely one of our most eventful nights, which, you know, people just partied a little too hard, and we kind of had to call some noise here? Quiet down. No, we don't have security, but Auburn PD is right around the corner.
They're right there.
So they're really awesome. And anytime we've had an instance where, you know, I guess there was a gentleman who was, you know, having a hard time being loud in one of the rooms, and after multiple times of telling him to quiet down, we had to call the police. And they just are so friendly. They come out here and they're just, you know, we need you to quiet down. and that's about it. That's really the most eventful times that we've really had here. And yeah, I mean, even in those nights, we handle it well.
That's good. I think a man in uniform with a gun, a taser, and those long roddy things that could hit you, they said,
they're like, oh, okay, we'll listen now.
I have been drinking a lot, but my rational brain says I should be quiet now.
Yes. And funny. That, you know, it doesn't happen too often. It's only happened once in the year that I've been here. So
I had that happen to me at a Hilton in New York along the Hudson River. I was with my mom, and there was a wedding party, and I was going nuts. And I begged them to. I was begging, please. And they're like, "We just got married. Go away." And I had to call security, and I felt bad.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it was expensive. Mm-hmm. I couldn't just lie there all night. My poor mother, she would be really grumpy towards me the next day, and I couldn't deal with that.
Totally, exactly. And that's, you know, most people are super respectful. All it really takes is like, hey, watch noise levels, and they'll quiet down. But
yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, Leah, I really enjoyed my time with you. I learned a lot more about the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. The Western States Run in the Tevis, when all the crew comes in town to help the runners and the equestrians with their races. It sounds like you guys are really accommodating and helping people that need a place to stay, because the fairgrounds is right down the road.
Exactly.
And that's where all the equestrians come in, and the runners come in at the Placer High School. So this is a prime location for all these extra people that, you know, I mean, more so for the equestrians. I think you need more of a team and a crew to help you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up, because we are the only hotel in Auburn that's within walking distance to the fairgrounds, to downtown, to Old Town. We're super convenient location off the highway. Next to In-N-Out.
Oh, right. In-N-Out is right there.
And so this really is a prime location. And for people who are attending these, you know, we're in the endurance capital of the world in Auburn. And
we just opened a museum.
We have our Canyons Endurance Run, Western States, Way Too Cool Run, which is a 50K here locally. And I mean, just every event at the fairgrounds, from the fair to Dry Diggins Festival that's held in August. We are kind of your go-to hotel. So we're, you know, if you're attending the races, sometimes like for the Way Too Cool, we have a runner's rate. So if you're running the race, just inquire here at the hotel, and we'll get you under one of our runners' discounts. And you know, we do special stuff like that for our local venues.
So you don't have to be a AAA member, a senior, military, or you could just be a super nice person that's here for a special event. You'll give us a great deal. Or working with the realtor.
Well, it depends on what we have set up. Working with a realtor, for sure. Just no, but if we have, you know, if we're the Way Too Cool, definitely. For the Way Too Cool, we especially set up that block for the runners. but you know, that's something that we've always set up for that race with the organizer. And so it just depends on what the organizers and event planners have set up for the attendees. And
Yeah.
but if you're coming to attend event, you know, not usually, you know, you're attending this event, you'll get a discount. But there has to be something set up usually. But as an IHG One Rewards member, now IHG is kind of our encompasses many different brands. It's, you know, Staybridge Suites, Candlewoods, Intercontinental, worldwide brands. If you're an IHG One Rewards member, you do get special member rates. So member discounts and things like that. So
and points and then upgrades.
And points, and exactly, if you're a member, usually choice for a complimentary upgrade if it's available and things like that. So even if we don't have you in, you know, if there's no special block set up for the event, if you're a member, you will be happy, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad you're here. I feel so happy to know you and that we get to do this. So
yeah, thanks for your time. Let's shake
welcome.
on it.
Let's shake on it.
So everyone, I'm wrapping up with Leah here. And again, my name's Lori. I think that you should subscribe to my YouTube channel called Living in Auburn so you can learn all about our locals and the businesses that they either work for or that they represent or that they own. So you can learn more about this town and call me when you're ready to relocate here, and I'll help you find the perfect house. And let's just say you need to buy a smaller house or a bigger house and you live in Auburn, I'll help you with that too. No problem.
No problem.
And if you need a place to stay in between like escrows or something's going on or it's a difficult deal, Leah will hook you up.
Yes.
Yeah, you can stay here.
Reach out.
Bye.